many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
Welcome everyone. Great day. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. We're going to have a lot of great information for you today. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connection, Deloris Williams. And so you want to stay connected. So Divine Connections Magazine is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And we also do events throughout the year as well. So in March, we have my anniversary where we have praise dance groups, moms, vendors, speakers sometimes, a panel, vendors, sponsors, and we come together and we network and worship together. We just celebrated our 13th magazine anniversary in March, where I had a men's panel talking about mental health, life, and challenges. We have some quartet groups, some moms, praise dance, and vendors and sponsors as well. So get ready for our next event, which is called Bring It, and that's going to be in October 14th at the Mebane Arts Center, where we're going to have praise dance groups, mimes, vendors, youth vendors, as well as sponsors. All right. So if you're in the Mebane area or in the North Carolina area, or you want to travel, I have people coming from Augusta, Georgia, Baltimore, Maryland, South Carolina, and of course the Triad. So you don't want to miss our next big event called Bring It. All right. We're bringing organizations together to celebrate and minister, as well as support these vendors and entrepreneurs as well. All right. So we also have on Wednesdays our podcast from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Individuals who are in the community who are making it happen. And so you get to hear live who people are, what they do, get contact information, and connect with them as well. So if you're interested in doing that, definitely stay connected. If you would like to be on the broadcast and be interviewed, if you have a business or organization, just connect with us at text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com so we can connect and find out a little bit more about who you are, what you do, and see if you're a good fit for this platform as well. We love spreading the good news. We also have our online store is now available. So we have over 100 products in there with t-shirts and hoodies and hats, pillows and socks and tumblers of all Divine Connection products. So you want to go check that out. And then you can also download our app. Go to your Google Play Store, your Apple Store, and download Divine Connections magazine. Install that as well as create a profile so we can connect with you as well. And we also have ambassadors on that on the app as well, so you can find out about more people, who they are, what they do, and connect with them. All right, so definitely stay connected and make it happen. So right now we're going to take a moment and go to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
The bad news is suicides rise again in the U.S., increases highest among Black people ages 10 to 24. People need hope. The good news is hope is on the way. Join Mothers in Crisis Hope Pass It On campaign. Please visit makeahopeconnection.com. Hope, pass it on, and save a life.
Hope, pass it on, and save a life. Definitely stay connected to our sponsors. They're doing great things in the community. So let me get into it. So again, mark the calendar for Saturday, October 14th in Mebane, North Carolina. I'm going to give you just a little clip of something similar to what you might see, but bigger and better, of what we're going to do with the Bring It event. Awesome, awesome. So make sure you mark the calendar for Saturday, October 14th. Now, let me show you a little clip of what is in our store so you can check out some of our products. Awesome, awesome. Go check out our store and get some products and let people know that they are your divine connection, and get you some products so people can know that you are a divine connection. All right, so how do you stay connected with Divine Connection? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. Join our email list. We also have our Facebook page at Divine Connections Marketing. We are also on Instagram, so follow us there at Divine Connections. And then we have our YouTube channel. You can subscribe there at The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification button so you'll be notified when we have things going on or when we are live. If you have not gotten your copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here and available for you. All of my speakers that was in my March event that I had on my panel, they were either businessmen or entrepreneurs. They're all in here, and their information. All of my vendors, their information is here. All of my gospel groups, their information is in here. So you definitely want to get this information in this magazine. Magazine is only $12. You get a hard copy or you can get a digital copy. If you get hard copy, you have the option of getting a couple of copies. So you just change the quantity once you go to the link, and then share it with your family, your friends, your churches, your organizations, your co-workers, barbershops, hair salons, all of that, and help us get the word out about some great information that is out there. We have digital again and hard copy as well. We also have an opportunity for you to be on the show as a sponsor. If you have a 30-second commercial already done upon approval, and if it's a good fit for this platform, we do a 3-month agreement for only $150, and we share your information to the masses before, after, or during our interviews that we do on Wednesdays, and we do that for 3 months. So if you would love to be a sponsor, please let us know. We also do 30-second and 60-second commercials for your businesses, for your ministries, your books, your gospel group, or events. So if you need a custom 30-second or 60-second commercial, please let us know. We would love to serve you. We also have my second book, which is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about the accomplishments I've done with the help of the Lord in my personal life as well as my business. So if you want to know how I do what I do, get the book. It is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. It is also on Walmart.com. It's on Amazon. It is in the store in Greensboro, North Carolina, the Next Chapter bookstore in Ben Boys Restaurant. And also you can get it from me, a signed copy. So we have options for you to purchase the book. Okay. So make sure you get that. Also, we have my journal is now available. If you haven't got a copy of that, it is called Making It Happen. You are a divine connection. So we write the vision, make it plain, execute and celebrate of what God has done for us. And we all journal together because we know that God is doing some great things in our lives. And He is first and foremost in everything, and how we make everything happen with the help of the Lord. All right. So definitely get that as well. Don't forget to go to your stores, your Google Store, your Apple Store, and download Divine Connections, the magazine. That is our app. And then create a profile so we can stay in contact with you and share with you great things going on. And last but not least, again, go to our store at bit.ly/Divine Connections store and check out our products. We have Father's Day, Memorial Day, all coming up. We have apparel for that as well. So go check it out. All right. Next, we have our biggest thing of the day, which is our special guest. So, Mr. Rashaad is in the house, a great entrepreneur in himself. So, we're going to check him out, see what he's doing in the community. So, hold tight. Great day. Great day. How are you?
Great. How are you doing today?
I am well. I am well. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you on today.
Well,
You're
thank you. I
doing
feel honored. I'm on Divine Connections today. I'm moving up in the world.
yes, you are doing. You're doing great things. I was inspired about. You was a speaker at an event that we had here in North Carolina, and I was impressed, and you were doing great things. So I'm glad to have you on Divine Connection, so that I can share with others who you are and what you do. So give us a little insight. Tell us about Rashaad and who he is and where he's from.
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina. Originally
Okay.
from Greensboro, born and raised in Greensboro. Went to school there, then left. I've been a few different places around the U.S. I've been here in the D.C. area for about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I really still think I'm a superhero. And so if you listen to some of my stuff, you'll
Yeah.
understand why.
Yeah.
I don't put that out to everybody, but
Right.
I am a
Right.
superhero. I've been that since I was a kid. But
Yeah.
I love people. I love to help people. Somebody asked me a while ago, this was years ago, and I really started thinking about it. It was like, if you could boil down what you do in one sentence, what would it be? What is your passion? And
Mm,
I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, that's easy. Like, I know I was created to help make people the best versions of themselves. And so
mm.
everything I do through my speaking and writing and coaching and mentoring, that's what I do.
I love it. I love it. I was definitely inspired by the story that you shared. So we might get into it a little bit. So
Okay.
tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
So I'm a speaker and an author full time. I wrote a couple of books and I
Hmm.
speak, and it's in the vein of, again, just helping people become the best versions of themselves. And I use my life, like, because I'm my number one client. I'm client
Hmm.
number one, and so when I look at my life and everything that I've been through, I realized at one point, like, I'm not the only one that has gone through some of these things or that has experienced this, or so I really started documenting it all, and I started writing about it, and I started speaking about it. And so
Hmm.
I really just tell people how I overcame some of the things that I did in my life and how I'm striving to be the best version of me. It's a work in progress. It's
Yes, for
becoming
sure.
better every day, but that's what I do. So speaking and writing, that's my focus right now.
So tell us a little bit insight. I'm not going to give it all to them because it'll make them get the book, but a little insight of some things that you had to overcome.
Wow. So I've overcome a lot. It's interesting. I was just having this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. So growing up, I grew up and this is the first thing. You ever seen those memes online or those, see those stories where you're like, you might be ghetto if, you've done this, or you might be hood
Yeah,
if, or you might be
right,
poor if. I used to read
right,
those things. That was hilarious to me. I'm like, man,
right.
this is hilarious. And then one day I was like, whoa, I do too many of those things. Like, did I really
Hmm.
grow up poor? Like, and I
Right.
realized like I didn't grow up. I thought my mom was rich. She made
Hmm.
everything happen. But I
Yeah.
grew up, and my whole push when I was younger is I want to do better. And I want to be the
Mm.
first in my family to do this and to accomplish this and to make this happen. And so even the book I just wrote, Identical Contradiction, is really talking about just all versions of me, like who I've
Mm.
been, what I've done. And it's really encouraging people to be their most authentic self. So
Yeah.
the subtitle is Debunking the Myth of Code Switching and Becoming Your Most Authentic Self. And so being in corporate America, I got into that rut where I really was consciously trying to code switch and trying to be this and fit in this way and talk this way. And after a while, I just got tired of it. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to be who I am. And it was it's so much more behind that. But I
Yeah.
was just like, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to switch up for nobody. I'm not going to pretend to be this for nobody. I'm
That's
not going to pretend to like this or act this way for no one. Because one thing I realized is something that God put inside of me, the way God created me, I can only be as successful as I'm going to be if I'm authentically me. Like he
that's right.
created me this way for a reason. So
Mm.
I can never reach the heights of success that I want to reach until I'm exactly the person he created me to be. And it's really easy being you. Like all you have to do is be. But we try to be some this person and that person. We want to code switch. We want to be accepted in this place. You want to emulate these people. And I really push people and encourage people to just be who you are. Like that's your superpower. That's
Hmm.
that's when you're gonna reach the most success you've ever dreamed of. Is when you're authentically you. And so it's not just what I write about, not just what I talk, but it's what I'm living. Like I'm trying to just become the most authentic version of me. And so that's what I encourage everybody else to do.
Awesome, awesome. And I know that he has made us in his own image, and there's a lot of things that we do to, do within ourselves that make us unique in who we are versus trying to be someone else. So we really don't have time to try to be nobody else because you're
Nah,
still trying to develop and grow within your own self and then find out who you are and be the best version of you as well. So
absolutely.
tell people how they can get in contact with you or get the book.
So you can get in contact with me at my website, www.rashaadjohnson.com. And that's Rashaad with two A's at the end. Or you can email me, Rashaad@rashaadjohnson.com. And you can find all this information there. But my latest book, I just pushed it out. It actually has its own website. It's just icontradiction.com, the letter icontradiction.com. And it sometimes as people we can be walking contradictions. Like I remember seeing it was an interview on the Breakfast Club, and T.I. was up there, and he was talking about how they were asking him like, "Do you think you contradict yourself?" Because one moment you're singing trap music, and the next
Yeah.
minute you're talking about how good God is, and then you're doing. And he was like, "No, this is all me." He's like, "I
Hmm.
can come out the studio, go read a bedtime story to my children, jack somebody up if it need be, lead a civil rights march the next day." But he was like, "This is it's just different versions or different facets of me." And so I really encourage people to just be who you are. And you'll see through my writing and through what I say, you look into it, you'll find out that's what my whole goal and mission is.
Awesome. So, in your speaking engagements or doing things or just talking to family and friends, how have you encouraged the men to be who they are?
Whew. So that's my main focus is men. Like I don't leave the women out, but it's men because I know what it is to be a man. I know firsthand the struggles of a man. Like I lived this. And so I know there's a lot of things that we as men just don't talk about. Like men don't talk as much as women generally.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't. we internalize a lot. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. And I found that with men, I really tried to reach out to them to just relate and to just share. And it all starts with me sharing and opening up and telling my
Yeah.
story. Look, this is how I feel sometimes. This is what I've been through. This is what I've overcome. This is my challenges. And most of the challenges and things that I've overcome, they're very common to a lot of men. And so that's really my focus, to really help the men be the most authentic versions of themselves. Because sometimes men, we get in this, it's crazy. The society tells us so much, like you have to be strong at all times and you can't show any weakness and you can't cry and you can't this and you can't that. And I fell into that rut for years. Like that was my idea of a man, was that, like, man, you suck it up, you don't cry, you don't complain, you just make it happen. Your feelings don't matter. It's all about what needs to be done. So I did that for years, and then I started to realize, like, this ain't as healthy as I think, it needs to be. I'm talking about my life. And so I
Yeah.
really start peeling back the layers, and I learned how to still be a man, but be vulnerable and be open and be it made me stronger, because I'm like,
Yeah.
if you're a man and you can open up and be vulnerable and talk about your flaws, talk about the things that you don't like, talk about the things that hurt you, and still be confident enough to know who you are, it's an amazing feeling. And so that's really, like, I really target men.
So, what do you think their challenge has been? What have you seen as conversation? What their challenges have been?
Oh my God, there's so many with men. But I would say some of them are men aren't comfortable. Men have have learned how to code switch in a manner that they are pretending, not all, but a lot of it are pretending to be something that's not natural to them. They're pretending to be this stone-faced, emotionless, person that nothing bothers them, nothing hurts them, nothing upsets them. And it's them lying to themselves. As men, we teach ourselves how to lie to us. We teach ourselves how to lie in the small lie, or really not small lies, but some of the lies are, I'm not bothered by that. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care about that. And those are a lot of times, those are the lies that men tell, only because we're programmed to do that. But I've learned myself, and I'm teaching others, when you can be 100%, because everybody now is like, keep it 100, keep it 100. Okay, you can't keep it 100 until you be honest with you first and
That's
foremost.
right. That's
And so
right.
when you learn how to be honest with you, it makes you more of a man, because you're more in touch with who you really are, not this shell that you're trying to pretend to be. And so I found that in talking to a lot of men, and really just opening up some of my struggles, is giving men a platform to really express themselves and be open and get help and
Yeah.
learn just how to be the best versions of themselves.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, you go around the country doing speaking engagements as
I
well.
do.
Talk about that.
I do. So right now I'm on a speaking tour, and I speak at um, the biggest places. I say the most engagements I have are usually colleges, universities, and conferences. And now I've started to be requested by a few corporations and businesses as well. But for years I've been speaking at colleges and universities, and it's been kind of like a perfect platform for me, because you have these kids that are
Yeah.
trying to, first of all, they're trying to learn how to be a college student. Then they're preparing to try to learn how to be an adult. Then they're also preparing how to learn how to jump into a new career and be a working person now. And so they're trying to learn all these new things. But I really teach them and encourage them, throughout all of that, you still have to be authentically you. Don't let all of that change the person you are. You can do all of that. You can be all of those things. You can flow in all those different arenas. But the most success that you're going to have in any of those is still being authentically you. And so that's what I talk about a lot nowadays.
I love it. I love it. So, what have been some feedback from either your speaking engagements or your book that you have heard that you've helped change somebody's life, or helped in a positive way?
I would say some of the most impactful
Yeah.
have been conversations with, and I get a lot of feedback from women, but some of the most impactful to me have been the conversations with men. Like, yo, you really talked about that in your book. Like, you really opened up about that. And a lot of them will say, I've struggled with that too, but I've never felt comfortable talking about it. Well, I didn't know how to talk about it because I feel like as men, we're supposed to just ignore how we feel and just make sure we take care of everybody else. Ignore how we feel and just provide. And I'm like, you're right. That's how we're taught. But you can't be the best version of you until you're 100% honest with who you really are. So the most impactful feedback I've gotten is men to say, yo, reading your book, it really gave me the push to really talk about some things and to really be honest with myself about some things. Or even in my speaking engagements, I've had people come up to me like, I can't believe you said that over the mic. Like, but I've dealt with that too. Like, I can't
Right.
believe you actually mentioned that. But you know, I've had to overcome that too. And so I pride myself in trying to be as open as I can about, you know, my struggles in corporate America and my just struggles sometimes as a man trying to measure up, but understanding how that confidence in who you really are and knowing who you really are, it kind of erases the fear of not being man enough because of your flaws or because of your struggles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how is it that you have kids, right?
I have two.
Okay, awesome. So how do you teach them to be uniquely them or authentically them?
So that is where my that's my pride right there, my children. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm always preaching to them just for you. So I have a 15-year-old and a toddler. So I have a
Mm-hmm.
15-year-old, my 15-year-old daughter. It's amazing because I really every time I say this, she's like, whatever, daddy. But I'm like, she teaches me so much more than I could ever teach her. Like she teaches me so much about me. Like she is my twin. She really is. She acts
Mm-hmm.
like, looks like me. She's just as stubborn as I am. But I really I'm proud because she is really authentically her. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't, and I love the fact that she doesn't fit in with all the other teens. Like she has her group of friends, but she's gonna do her. She's gonna dress the way she wants to dress. She's gonna act the way she wants to act. She's very confident in who she is, and I think that's what I love the most. That's what I'm the most proudest of. That I've helped instill myself and her mother really helped instill a confidence in her that it's okay to be you. And matter of fact,
Right.
we won't accept anything less
That's
in
right.
you just being you. And so really teaching her why she needs to be her. And I'm like, look at she loves art. I'm like, the
Mm-hmm.
most amazing pieces of art, some of them are very unique. Some of them
Yeah.
are very they're specific. There's something set apart. There's something unique about these things. That's why it's so valuable. And I'm like, the same with you. Your
Mm-hmm.
uniqueness is
That's
what
right.
makes you valuable. I know you want to be accepted with your friends. You want to have, people like you. I understand all of that. I've been through that. But I really, really impress on her to be you because
Mm-hmm.
whether people say it or not, they admire you because you're bold
Yeah.
enough just to be who you
That's
are.
right.
So I'm really happy about that more than anything in my life.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And that's what they need to be taught, especially at a young age, because it is so much out there that they can pull from. So, having that foundation from the parents to let them know who they are is a great foundation to have.
Definitely, definitely.
Awesome. So, do you have any speaking engagements coming up soon?
Um, I do have a few. I actually have one, and most of them are on site at the different places. Like I have one coming up this Saturday at a college out in California. Have another one coming up in a couple of weeks at a place up in Jersey. So I have a few coming up. Most of them, the ones that are immediately coming up are colleges and universities.
Hmm.
Um, but that's where I mean, and I love to reach young people. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish somebody had told me some of this when I was that age. You
Yeah.
know, when I was in my 20s, I thought I knew it all. I thought I knew everything. I've
Right.
always known I've been very smart, but I thought I was smart enough to know everything. I didn't know how dumb I was. I didn't know that I didn't even understand life yet. Like I
That's
had
right.
no clue, but I'm just trying to give them little nuggets here and there that hopefully make their life a little easier and help them prevent them from making some of the same stupid mistakes that I made.
Absolutely. Much needed for all of us. Anything else you want to share that you can think
Yes,
of?
I want to just tell everyone to be you. I know it sounds very simple, but that's where your superpower lies. Like that's where that's where you will find the most success. That's where you will find the most peace. That's where you will find the most confidence. When you start just really being who you are at your core, you'll find that's when you feel the most godlike. That's when you feel, the most elevated. So I just want to encourage everybody, be you. I'm telling you, I'm I know I look young. I'm still a young tender, but being now in my 40s, like I wish I would have understood what I understand now 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That I tried to be like other people, people that I admired. I tried to take a little bit from this person, but I found that my most success and my most peace came from just being me. As simple as it sounds, that's gold to me right now, just being me. So everybody be you. I know some people think I ain't okay, but just be more of you. Be more.
And then another thing is love yourself. That's the main part too.
Love yourself. You can't love anybody else properly until you learn how to love yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. I'm going to put your information back up there again where they can connect with you and find your book and connect with you. Whether it's, get the book or a sponsor or a speaker as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you for the platform. I love what you're doing. Like your platform is so amazing. Like you're like the plug. Like the plug. Like anything you want, she has it. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I just allow people to share the platform with me that has, something to say for one, and that are doing great things in the community and are kingdom minded, because we have to put God in first and foremost in everything that we do. And we're the leaders. We're people that other individuals look up to as well. So sharing the platform with phenomenal people that's in the community, making it happen. That's what I love to do, is spread the good news. And
Thank
that's
you.
what it's all about.
I encourage everybody, listen, grab the book. I think I haven't had anybody yet tell me it was garbage or tell me they didn't like it. But,
do you have the book with you so they can see it?
I do. It's right here. So look, this is what the book. This is the book. Identical Contradiction.
That's good.
Debunking the myth of code switching and becoming your most authentic self. Like this book is just it's lessons that I've learned in my life. It's a testament of my life. It's little pieces of my life. It's me unraveling who I thought I wanted to be and just becoming me.
I love it. I love it. Well, awesome. I know you already gave some encouraging words, but let's do one more nugget and encouraging words.
Okay, one more encouraging word is I find this a lot with my coaching clients. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to reach a level of success. But one thing I want everybody to know is success is what you define and what you define. Success is simply you deciding, I want to do this, and you doing that. That's it. You can't measure your success by anyone else because you're not them or any other platform, even what society standards are. Success, if you decide, I want to be a teacher, and you have become a teacher, you're a success. If you decide, I want to be the best burger flipper at Burger King because I love to put a smile on people's faces when they come in. I love to, whatever you define success is, that's success to you. Like, don't get caught up in trying to measure up to people. Listen, comparison is the enemy of joy. I promise you. So just understand that success is what you determine it is. So go be successful. And that's whatever you decide success is.
Wonderful. I love it. Well, thank you, Rashaad, for being my guest on today. Y'all go get his book. Connect with him on social media, his website, and allow him to become a speaker to share with colleges, universities, corporations, because it's definitely much needed. Being authentically. Thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do, and keep making it happen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, Deloris. I love all y'all out there.
Awesome. All right, hold tight. We're going to go to our commercials, but I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Y'all have an awesome day. Hold tight, Rashaad.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.